Olá, tudo bem com vocês? Boa tarde. Vamos chegando aí para mais um dia de EB Trend Week. Hoje um pouco diferente, né? O conteúdo aqui vai ser compartilhado em inglês, mas estamos juntos, estamos juntas. Eu vou ajudar vocês aí em todo o processo. Ele também é um case bem visual, então acho que vai dar para colocar todo mundo na mesma página. E não sei onde você está assistindo, né? Se é pelo YouTube ou se é pelo LinkedIn, mas se é pelo LinkedIn, acho que tem a opção de uma legenda automática. É claro que não é a melhor tradução aí, mas acho que já pode funcionar e já pode ajudar vocês de alguma maneira, tá bom? Mas, bom, animada para mais um dia. A gente já recebeu vários feedbacks super positivos, né? Dos cases que foram compartilhados, tanto na segunda quanto na terça-feira. Segunda, a gente falou sobre onboarding. Terça, a gente falou, né, sobre um case de marca empregadora mesmo, como o VP1 sendo uma das partes, né, super importantes ali de todo o processo, mas tem toda uma jornada por trás, né, até chegar realmente nessa construção. E para começar, né, como sempre, quero saber de onde vocês estão falando e coloquem emojis aí de quantos dias vocês já participaram. Se esse é o terceiro dia, se esse é o primeiro, se é o primeiro case que vocês vão assistir também. Então, me contem aí nos comentários, tanto de onde vocês falam, mas também quantos dias vocês já participaram aqui. Eu tô batendo carteirinha todos os dias, né? Organizando, participando aqui. Deem boa tarde. Quero saber aí de onde vocês estão falando também. Não, hoje é um tema super curioso, né? Assim, como um livro ajudou a atrair talentos né, no nível de senioridade super alto para uma empresa. E é difícil, né? Uma coisa é você querer atrair talentos para tecnologia, fazer um programa de estágio. Agora você fala assim, não, assim, o momento da empresa é atrair, né, grandes, né, um nível alto de liderança. Como que a gente faz para atrair essa senioridade aqui dentro da nossa organização? Então tem um case bem interessante sobre essa temática. A Fernanda chegou aqui, ó, super cedinho na live. Já estava aqui acompanhando você. Quem é aqui? Exato, embalagens, não tem teu nome, mas oi. São Paulo, ó, segundo dia. Jundiaí, oh, maravilha, pertinho de São Paulo, né? Tô aqui batendo carteirinha também, ó. Quem tá comigo? A Isabelle, boa. Amanda e Rafael, ó, essa dupla aí assistindo, terceiro dia consecutivo, maravilha. Joinville. Arthur, maravilha. Arthur, você trabalha com o quê? Com employer branding já? É algo que você quer e tem interesse de trabalhar? Comenta aí. Boa, Amanda e Rafael, do Espírito Santo, boa. Rio de Janeiro, saudades, Recife, São Paulo, maravilha. Bom, bora lá, né? Vamos começar. Tenho aqui alguns recadinhos iniciais para passar para vocês. Lembrando que quem ficar aqui até o final da nossa live, eu vou compartilhar um link do formulário para vocês, de um formulário para vocês que desejam receber o certificado que a gente vai mandar na semana que vem, tá bom? Então, no final da live, eu deixo esse link aqui nos comentários para vocês. Então, bom, a gente ficou pensando bastante, né? O que a gente faz, como que a gente leva conteúdos da melhor maneira para as pessoas. E o Employer Branding Brasil existe há 5 anos, né? A comunidade. E a gente vem educando o mercado ao longo de todo esse tempo, né? Então, a gente passou por aquele cenário onde a gente falava assim, o que é e o que não é Employer Branding? É piscina de bolinha? Não é? Enfim, todas essas questões bem iniciais. Hoje elas já viraram memes, né? Todas as pessoas já compartilham. Então, a gente falou, bom, estamos num novo momento. A gente precisa mostrar quais são as principais tendências, o que está acontecendo, né? Tanto no Brasil, as empresas que já estão fazendo coisas mais diferentes, quanto no mundo. Vamos trazer e desafiar o mercado a fazer coisas diferentes também. Hoje, eu né, não sei estou morando nos Estados Unidos, em Los Angeles, e eu vejo muitos dos comerciais aqui, né? Comercial pensando mais em marca institucional. E é incrível ver o quanto que as marcas elas saem fora da caixinha mesmo, elas propõem, né? Se propõem a fazer coisas fora da caixa. E tem, né? Existe essa possibilidade também de fazer isso em Employer Branding. Então, ao longo desses 5 dias que a gente tem aqui com vocês, né? Essa semana, é justamente essa ideia, trazer tanto cases brasileiros quanto cases do mercado aí global do que está rolando no mundo afora, tá? Então, já falei um pouquinho aqui do Employer Branding Brasil, que é uma comunidade que é formada por mim, o Winnie Fernandes, tem uma trajetória muito mais no universo de startups, de empresas de tecnologia, e além de ser cofundadora do Employer Branding Brasil, também hoje faço parte da Make Love Agency, que é uma agência global aí de marca empregadora. Então, de um lado tem a parte de educação e a outra de agência, de criar marcas empregadoras para diferentes empresas, trazer estratégias de ativações, né, para atrair talentos, para posicionar a tua marca empregadora no mundo, vamos dizer assim, e também tem algumas ações mais específicas para comunicação interna. Do outro lado, temos a Suzy Claverry, a mãe do Employer Branding, né, do Employer Branding, eu diria, e o Caio Infante, que, agrega aí muito no mercado, vou dizer que ele é o pai do Employer Branding aí também, de alguma maneira, e também faz parte de uma agência global, que é a Radiance. Então, a comunidade Employer Branding Brasil formada por nós três, mas tem muita gente aí ao longo, né, em todos os nossos diferentes canais que vocês podem acompanhar. Tem newsletter, tem LinkedIn, tem podcast, tem esses eventos que a gente faz 100% gratuitos também, né, para a própria comunidade. Tem um grupo no WhatsApp que eu vou deixar aqui o link e o QR Code para vocês daqui a pouco também. Enfim, vocês podem acompanhar a gente em todos os canais. Bom, a comunidade, ela tem duas frentes, né? Ela tem uma que são, muitas das vezes, empresas que nos apoiam, né, para fazer a comunidade funcionar, mas também tem muitos serviços que a gente presta para as próprias empresas mesmo. Então, as empresas buscam o Employer Branding Brasil para levar a educação interna em relação a EB, né? Então, muitas das vezes querem fazer e educar internamente sobre o que é Employer Branding, principalmente trazendo time de RH e marketing para colocar na mesma página. Não, o que é Candidate Experience, Employee Experience. Então, a gente faz a gente leva tanto palestras de 1 hora, workshops, ou desenvolve uma ação mais personalizada, dependendo da necessidade da empresa. Então, se vocês têm algum interesse em relação né, a essas temáticas, só escrever para nós e a gente manda aí uma proposta personalizada para vocês também, tá? Bom, o que mais? Agora o Employer Branding Brasil também é tech, né? Tem um app focado 100% em programa de embaixadores. Aqui está o QR Code, mas lembrando, né, como eu estou organizando aqui meio sozinha, e no final, assim que eu terminar minha fala, eu deixo todos os links nos comentários para vocês. E, bom, vou compartilhar um vídeo para vocês verem como funciona aí um pouquinho desse app, em parceria com a Colabora App. Cadê aqui? Boa. É isso, então vou deixar o link para vocês, mas para quem tiver o celular na mão e já quiser escanear, tem esse QR Code. E a mesma coisa aqui, que é o grupo do WhatsApp, é um grupo 100% focado no Employer Branding, então se você está entrando, se você vai entrar hoje nessa comunidade, leia as regras do grupo, porque de fato não adianta compartilhar aquelas mensagens de rede, de bom dia, pedindo, sei lá, coisas que não estão relacionadas a Employer Branding. É uma comunidade e a gente é chatos em fazer essa curadoria realmente sobre o que é o tema, né? Então, só fiquem, ao entrar, leia as regras da comunidade. Então, bora lá. A gente já passou por vários dias aqui, né? Então, hoje a gente vou chamar aqui o Igor. Lembrando que vai ser 100% em inglês, mas eu dou uma ajudada aqui. Meu inglês também não é perfeito não, hein? Mas a gente se ajuda. Bora lá. Hi, Igor.
Hi, Winnie. Nice to see you. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that I will be rather fast because I brought just one case today, but it's a new, interesting, and strange case. Yes, that is why I think that everyone who is ready to listen to English case in English, they will be really interested in it. So I have a presentation. I will show how we implemented it, and I want to start with the idea why this case is about trends. The whole conference we are making right now is about trends, and why this case is trendy. That is because I can say that people already get used, I mean, candidates and employees get used already to the things which are using the same channels of communication. For example, if you are using such things as campus recruitment, people get used already to the things which you bring year by year to the university. So it's not a thing which will make people feel interested or plunge deeper, because normally if you bring the same thing, it's something which people get used to. It's called advertising blindness. When you see the same thing in the same place, you always in some time you will get used to this thing. That is why we think that using the same channels or using the same ideas, the same content in these channels is not a good idea, because people always need something new to attract their attention. And my case today will be about such strange way of attracting the attention. As we said in promo materials, we said that we will talk about empty book. Sounds really weird, strange. Who uses empty books for recruitment? But we did it, and we made this case in Eastern Europe. And this case was a really good working one. So I'm going to tell everyone about it. And I want to emphasize and say that using unusual channels, using unusual ideas is trendy now. That is why this case is about something new and trendy. So I'm ready to share the presentation and take my 20 minutes to tell everyone about this case. Wait a second, please.
Sharing, yeah, you can do this. Acho que é bem interessante, né? Eu dei um spoiler ali no começo, mas é justamente isso, assim, quais são os caminhos tradicionais que as empresas, time de employer branding, o RH, busca para atrair talentos? O LinkedIn ou as redes sociais, né, mais comuns, mais tradicionais, ou você vai em campus de universidade, participa de uma feira. Mas agora criar uma ação com um livro para atrair talentos, né, num perfil mais de liderança, é incomum, né? Não é algo que você espera normalmente. Então, é isso que ele vai apresentar aqui hoje. Vou ficar um pouco nos bastidores, ele que vai tocar, mas também estou ansiosa para saber dos bastidores, né? Eu li ali o case todo, mas todo esse processo de construção, de pesquisa, acho que vai ser bem interessante para a gente aprender. Bora lá.
Oh, great. I can see my presentation. Thank you, Winnie. I will... Can you see it right now? Full screen. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
We can see you too.
Okay, great. So this case, I will start with the background. Of course, I will have to explain what happened before we made this case. And this case was made for one of the major Eastern European telecom operators. The name of this operator is Megaphone, and it's something like Vivo here in Brazil, or TIM, or Claro, so one of the biggest telecom operators right now. I can say that in Eastern Europe, there are the same three big telecom operators as here in Brazil. So you can compare. The situation is comparable. A slogan, their main idea, which they use to communicate with people, was join the team of number ones. So it's their slogan, and their main idea is that these guys always want to be the first. I mean that these guys normally have the biggest network of these telecommunication stations all over the Eastern Europe. These guys have the fastest internet in the among all the operators. So right now, these guys consider themselves the number ones, the leaders in different spheres. And that is why these guys decided to say that those people whom they invite to the company are also number ones, and that these people who will come to work in the company are leaders. So this is the main idea which company use right now, and they have all reasons to believe. I hope you know what is RTB in communications. That is reason to believe, the thing which gives you opportunity to say this or that thing. So when they say that the number ones, they have a number of things like the network, like the speed of internet and other things, which give them opportunity to say that they are leaders. Okay, so we have this background. The major telecom company wants to invite leaders to their team, and they want these leaders, the people, ambitious people who will come to the company to work. But what they can do? So they came to our agency, Make Love Agency, and asked us to make any activation which will be strange. And that was the moment when we understood that it's better not to use ordinary channels, ordinary or channels to which people get used already, but to use something new, strange, as I said, trendy to use unusual things. And that was our question when we started to work: how to find ambitious leaders and convince them that Megaphone is the best place to work. Here is what we found. There is an insight which is very important for us right now, that there are lots of books which are made for leaders. These books are made year by year. I think, and I'm sure that you have a number of such books here in bookshops as well. And these books are called something like How to Become a Leader, how to become a leader in 1 year, how to make people listen to you, how to make people make things which you want them to do. So all these books are very popular, and here you can see the figures. There are 4 and 8 billion books which are sold published worldwide, books about leadership. 5 out of 10 books are these leadership books. 5 of 10 popular books on the CIS market, on Eastern European market, are these books about leadership. So people love them, people buy them and want to understand how to become the first or to become the leaders. By 30% in 2022, sales of books in leadership in CIS country grew. So that is a very big thing, very important. That means that people want to become more powerful, more to attract more attention, to make other people do what they want. So that means that people are interested in the topic. And 59% of CIS residents bought self-development literature in 2022. So that means that so many people are trying to understand how to become leader. And we decided to use this insight. This insight is very useful for our topic, so we decided to use it. But how we decided to use it? I can translate. Here is the how this book looked in Russian. It says, the book on the right says, find find the leader inside yourself. And under we have 30. That means that company, I mean the Megaphone company, is 30 years old. So they said something like 30 years of achievements in one book. You can read the translation in the bottom of the page. So the idea, as we understood that people whom we are looking for, this potential leaders, they're looking for such kind of literature, and they're trying to understand how to become more powerful leaders, more influential leaders. So we need to communicate with these people using such kind of channels, such strange channel, as a printed physical book, which will say how to become a leader and explain how to do it fast. So we understood that there are lots of bookstores which can sell this kind of books, and we had to appear in such kind of bookstores. But As we knew already that there are so many books which gave almost the same secrets and ideas about how to become a leader, we decided to make a strange activation. So we decided to make a book look like a traditional one, but it is blank, it's empty inside. Why we decided to make it empty? That is because we understood that to become a leader, you shouldn't read any stories. You shouldn't try to learn. You shouldn't try to spend hours understanding how to do it. You have to come to a proper company that is megaphone, and you will become leader much faster than if you will decide to read a book. So book is not that good for the real leaders as a practice and real company where they will meet lots of other leaders and will become the same kind of person as these leaders are. That is why we made this empty book, which looks like a real book about leadership, but inside this book is empty. Here is how this book looked when we made it. So it looked nice, like a real one. But inside there was only one page at the very beginning of the book, the page which said that company as the same thing which I just explained. Our company was a leader for 30 years, and all the people who were working in the company were also leaders. This book is blank, but these pages are waiting for your success story. So this book at the same time is a kind of a notebook for your success story. So each success story is unique, and that is why you shouldn't read other stories. You should write your own. So here is the free book, free empty book, which you can use as the notebook for your success story. Besides, we also put there a QR code, which was leading to the website, which told about careers in the company. And that is why it was the only thing which was useful information. After that, we placed this book in all the bookshops, which the all big bookshops. We even made on the spot advertising, which you can see on the photo on the right. And here, this advertising on the right says something like, "This book will change your life totally. Buy this book, and you will become a real leader." So we put this book into lots of numerous book stores, and at the same time, we understood that people usually do it like this: they come to the bookstore, take a book, and look through the book. Before they will buy the book, they will look through it. And that was our main idea. People who were looking through the book, they saw that this book is empty. That was so strange, so unusual. That is why they moved to the first page and saw that message. You shouldn't become a leader because of the book, which I will explain you how to do it. You should become the leader by your own, because you will be in the team of such leaders. So we put this book in numerous bookstores all over Eastern Europe. I mean, all these countries which we needed to attract people. And at the same time, we invited lots of bloggers, and we bought lots of advertising, which helped us to attract people's attention to this book. So in different publics which devote publics or groups in Telegram groups, Facebook groups, there were lots of people who usually tell news about new books which just appeared on the market. And these people these journalists who usually write about new books, they also wrote about our book, but they didn't tell that this book is empty. So that people who went to the bookstores to look for this book, they found out that this book is empty, and they found the message which we gave to about this book. Besides, we had a really big campaign which promoted the book. You can see the pictures of the images of the campaign which we used during this promo campaign. And here are our results. We used this book for about a month in different bookstores. And again, I can say that it was a guerrilla marketing. Those of you who already communicated with me, and you know that I love guerrilla marketing a lot. Guerrilla marketing is such kind of advertising which doesn't use ordinary channels, ATL channels, such channels as banners, on the TV and others, but it uses unusual channels. That is unusual channel where people don't expect any advertising content at all. That is why it works much better, because it's also become viral. People who see such kind of book, they not only remember this book and this way of communication, but they also make photos and send this book to their friends. At the same time, we understood, and that was very important for us, that many people wanted to buy or receive this book, this empty book, because it's a kind of a collectible. So this is a thing which will never appear in future. That's why it's nice to have a thing in your collection if you like strange or weird ways of communications or strange or weird books. So it worked very well, because not only people who saw this book in the stores or who saw the advertising used to read about the company, but also their friends and relatives, because lots of people shared this content and it gone viral. So here is some statistics about the whole project. We received 21 million audience reached of online and offline campaigns. That means, I hope you know what is media reach. It means that 21 million people saw information about this campaign. They either saw the book, or they saw this promo campaign in the internet, or they saw different cases which were made by bloggers and other people. So there were 21 million people who in different ways understood or received the information about this book. At the same time, 200,000 people visited project site. It's a huge amount. That means that people were interested. It was nice for them. Lots of people read this QR code with their phones. So 200,000 people who visited the website is really huge amount for such kind of campaign, for recruitment campaign. At the same time, there were 300 public pages shared the news about projects. So that were such news or media sites which wrote articles about us, and they gave us organic reach of about 1,200,000 people. That is their auditory. And besides, 90% of the printed copies were stolen by visitors straight from the stores, since the book was not available for purchase. It wasn't available to buy this book because it was just a campaign. So people understood that they can take take with them this book. And as I said, many people were interested in having this book as a collectible object. That is why they stole this book. And that was really nice result for us. We loved that fact, because if people are trying to steal it, then they love this way of communication. Besides, 90% of the feedback was positive. People said that it's nice, smart, wise, and so on. So it was nice to hear about that. And we had 5% of increase in brand awareness, because usually in such kind of projects, we have brand health metrics, and we try to understand how many people know our brand and know the message which brand brings to the auditory. And after the project, we do the same with the same amount of auditory. And usually we have such figures like 5%, 3%, 9%. So 5% is a really good result, because if there were something like million people, there appeared something like 500,000 more who received the information about working and career in the company. So 5% increase in brand awareness, it's a very good result. Besides, we received 9% increase in website traffic, and that is also good, because people were visiting site and reading about the work in the company. So that is all. And again, I will show you the first picture and explanation. Again, I want to say you, it's very trendy to use non-usual, non-conventional channels for communicating with your auditory, because young people, especially I'm talking about young people, they are tired of all the same things which are happening in media around them. That is why they need something which will be strange, creative, smart, and they love this way of communication. So it's trendy to make something strange, unusual, smart, like this book, which we made for Megaphone in Eastern Europe, and like many other things which we are ready to make here in the Brazilian market for you, if you will start to work with Make Love Agency. I think that is all. I only can add that if you want to see more of such cases, you can find me, Igor Trofimov, in LinkedIn. I have a page where I share lots of such cases of this kind every week. Or you can write me or Winnie. Winnie is our country manager, Make Love country manager, and I am here in Brazil, in São Paulo. I'm living here because we are going to launch much more projects of such kind. So please contact me, contact Winnie. Let's stay in touch, and we are ready to make much more of such great cases. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. That is all. Thank you. Winnie, if you
Nice. I say woohoo in silence. Just
in silence. No, I saw that you was doing like this.
Look, the comments here.
Yes, I see. Nice. Thank you, Danila.
Adriana.
Thank you. It's so nice.
It's good feedback. Yeah.
Thank you, Isabel.
Bom, em resumo, né? Só falando aqui em português para vocês, a Megafone é parecida aí com a Vivo, com a TIM, né? Empresas de telecomunicações. E uma das coisas que eles têm ali que é mais importante, eles são número 1 em tudo, né? No serviço que eles oferecem, mas em todas as coisas internamente também isso reflete para as pessoas colaboradoras. Então, temos aqui os melhores talentos, vai ser top 1 em todas as frentes. Então, como você atrai esse tipo de talento? E aí ele mostrou, né, no começo todas as pesquisas, os insights, mostrando, ok, dos livros mais vendidos, quais são os tipos de livros, quais são os títulos, né, mais chamativos. E com base nisso, eles começaram a desenvolver toda a campanha e pensar, ok, o que a gente pode fazer de diferente? Então, imagina só, você chega ali, né, com um livro totalmente clickbait, com aquele título que vai resolver a tua vida, mas que é, assim, escreva a tua própria história, né? Claro que a gente se inspira com histórias de outras pessoas, mas na Megafone você vai ter a oportunidade de criar a sua própria história. Então, uma baita de uma sacada. E esse é um slide que tem todos os grandes números, né, do que essa campanha atingiu. De pessoas entrando e visitando a landing page principal, né, que foi feita, né, um direcionamento para uma LP específica, mas também o que saiu na mídia, jornalistas falando e compartilhando, que é isso, né, é incomum, você sai fora da caixinha mesmo e expande, né, e leva a sua marca para muitos diferentes lugares. Vale seguir o Igor também no LinkedIn. Ele tem compartilhado vários cases de sucesso e está se esforçando para fazer isso em português também, ali os cases. Então, vocês conseguem aprender com cases diferentes. Ele é o cofundador da Make Love Agency, mas também diretor criativo. Então, acho que é um bom mix, né? Ele faz employer branding há pelo menos aí 10, 11 anos no mercado. E tem esse lado criativo de pensar fora da caixa, mas também de entregar resultados, né? Então, é uma criatividade que também está muito conectada com qual que é o impacto que a gente vai gerar. Não adianta ser criativo só por ser criativo, só porque é legal, porque eu gosto. Não, está baseado em dados, está baseado em números, em fontes de fato confiáveis. É isso. Igor, Amanda sent a question here. Can you see the question?
I see. It's a very high investment for campaign, or is it worth it? It's not. Okay. I can say that I will have rather long answer. Sorry for this, but that was the thing which we discussed on EBB Maratona together with Kayo and Winnie. And when someone asked me about matureness of markets, and there was such a question: is the Brazilian market, is Brazilian employer brand market is mature or not? And they explained that normally mature markets companies used to plan all the activities and their budgets for a year or several years. And in this case, they don't have just tactical things which appear and disappear after that. Another thing which is very important for mature markets is the thing which is connected not just with recruitment, because this company, Megaphone, the company whom we made this project for, they could have just buy CVs, and that will be enough for them, because they were attracting people, and it was enough. They could have explained to recruiters that their main idea is leadership, and that is all. But on mature market, it's very important not just to communicate with your candidates locally, tactically, but to spread the idea all over the market. So to spread the idea about your brand. So it was very important. I will return you back here on this slide. It was very important not just to receive all these people who started sending their CVs because they loved the campaign and they loved the vibe of the company, but it was really important to continue. It was not the first and the last activity which company made. So, but it was really important to continue, make strange and how to say, widely spread, virally spread ideas. That is why it was one idea in a row. And yes, it's totally worth it, because if you pay for such campaign, you not only receive CVs, but you also make your employer brand much stronger. And these figures, which on the screen, show that after that, much more people get the idea about company, heard about campaign, remembered this campaign, and so on and so on. So I can briefly explain it like, yes, it's worth of it. And normally such campaigns have several aims, not only to attract people tactically, but to spread the idea and to make company visible for those people who will value such things. There are such people who love when company makes something strange and unusual. And in this case, it was really important to spread this idea and to use viral communications. So that was really a long answer, but I hope I answered. Yes, it's totally worth it, but such kind of things work if you have a kind of plan. So if you have not only one activity, but several activities, and this kind of activity really helps to build brands, because it's all about, you can do it like this. You can compare it with people, politicians or influencers. If they just send money to, for example, to orphanage house or something like this, that is enough. They are nice people. But if they make something which will make people think about it, discuss it, participate in such things, that will be much more help for the brand of this person. The same is for the brand of the company. I can speak much more, but
Interessante, né? Que
I answered already.
agora, desse outro lado, trabalhando em agência mesmo, né? Que também faço parte da Make Love Agency. E é claro, né? A gente às vezes trabalha de uma maneira pontual, né? Para um determinado cliente, criando ali uma campanha, uma ativação específica. E às vezes ela é muito mais. Ela tem um desafio muito maior de viabilizar por ser diferente, por ser fora da caixa. Tem uma que eu vou compartilhar amanhã, que é de, sabe, fontes que tem em Las Vegas, aquelas fontes que dançam com música, Las Vegas, Dubai, tem isso, né? Dependendo do lugar, super famoso, super cool. E aí eu vou contar a história de desenvolvedores que hackearam essa fonte. Então, assim, o custo, o investimento, ele não foi alto, tem todo um porquê. Amanhã eu conto para vocês todos os detalhes do resultado disso. Mas o maior desafio foi convencer, tipo, a prefeitura, vamos dizer assim, né, ali o governo, em autorizar aquilo. Mas a ideia foi feita com base em pesquisa, em dados, o que poderia agregar valor, o que aquelas pessoas da área de tecnologia gostariam de fazer de diferente. Isso gerou um grande buzz, né? As pessoas participaram dessa ação que foi criada, mas o maior desafio, tipo, qual foi o custo? Teoricamente zero, mas o maior desafio foi, claro, a gente ter e desenvolver essa ideia e depois viabilizar, fazer um negócio de fato acontecer. Então, às vezes é um trabalho muito mais árduo de você conseguir as aprovações necessárias para algumas coisas. Mas tudo a gente faz de acordo com o budget também que aquela empresa ela tem. E assim, gente, se vocês forem fazer qualquer ação numa universidade, numa feira, você vai pagar o stand, o espaço do stand, a decoração, os brindes. Então, qual que é o orçamento que você tem para ir nessas universidades? Ok, pegando esse dinheiro, esse budget que é o mais comum do que vocês utilizariam, como você pode transformar isso em campanhas que vão ser feitas ao longo de todo o ano? Então, assim, acho que é mudar um pouco a lógica, porque o dinheiro você já teria, né, para alocar nessas atividades. Será que dá para fazer alguma coisa diferente? Então, isso. We have other questions here. Other questions.
If I understand it right, that is the question about what was the hardest thing? What was the biggest challenge in this project? Is it right?
I think so.
I think yes. I think it's always the biggest challenge for us as an agency is always to sell these ideas to the clients. As I explained on previous streams or on previous conferences, we have lots of such ideas. So if you are interested in such kind of activations, you can visit our website, which is makeloveagency.com. There is Portuguese section with cases and English, which is much bigger. And you can see there are lots of cases there. Or you can contact me or Winnie and ask about particular sphere, and we will share these cases. So right now, I will answer this question. It's always hard to sell because every time we'll try to make something new, the thing which was never implemented by anyone. In this case, when we come to the client is not sure that they are ready to spend money on this. For example, to make an empty book, or there was another case I told already several times about to make a fountain which people will have to hack. That was an activation for IT people. Or when we made a photo booth which was understanding whether it's a boy or a girl inside. So it was sex identification software, and it was giving special messages to girls because company needs to attract girls. So always when we make such kind of things, it's very hard to explain to the client that it will work because we also never saw such kind of project previously working. That is why it's the hardest thing. But after that, when you have a team of IT developers and when you have copywriters and strategic people, because all professional people, it's really easy because you only have to organize everything. Strategic people explain how insights work. Creative people make all the stuff like this book and explanation. And if we're talking about fountains or these photo booths, these guys, developers, make all the other stuff. So it's not hard if you have budgets and if client also wants to implement this kind of things. But usually it's very hard to evaluate whether it will be a good idea, it will work or not. I mean, for the client, we always believe in our ideas.
Nice. Thank you, Enrique.
And thank you for congratulations. Thank you. This case describes an employer branding action with a focus on marketing. In your opinion, employer branding is more marketing or HR? For me, employer branding is, of course, more marketing because human resources is the thing which is connected with direct communication with people. For example, recruiters work with candidates and internal communications work with employees. But we, as an agency, we never work with real people. I mean, yes, when we implement such kind of things, we work with real people. But usually we work like an agency which makes image things, which make big amounts of people, crowds of people, understand something about brand. So it's not about focusing on a particular person, but about working with big regions, countries, big target audience groups, and so on. So yes, employer branding is for me, for sure, is more about marketing, but marketing which was brought to human resources sphere.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Danila. Thank you, Winnie.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for staying for all 45 minutes. And again, if you are interested in such kind of things, you can contact me or Winnie, and we will share all kinds of cases which we can't show right now because we don't have enough time. And if it's interesting for you, you can just visit our makeloveagency.com website, where you will see lots of other cases which look like this and even more interesting and more digital. And we are waiting. Me and Winnie together will be on at the same time here in the same conference on Friday, and we will share more cases together.
Yes, you are right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana.
Bom, coloquei os links aqui para vocês. Então, o do grupo do WhatsApp, parece que está tudo junto, né? Vou colocar ele de novo, sozinho, aqui nos comentários. Do site da Make Love Agency, coloquei o perfil do Igor aqui também. E o formulário para quem quiser o certificado de hoje. Bom, lembrando que às 3h30 eu fecho o link do formulário e só amanhã novamente. Combinado? Bom, obrigada mais uma vez aí pelo tempo de vocês. Eu vi aqui alguns comentários no início que eu não consegui responder, da Adriana, né? Colocando que aqui já é o 3º dia que ela participa. Obrigada por participar aqui com a gente. A Fernanda falou que está fazendo a BB Academy e ouvindo todos os podcasts, assim, maratonando mesmo, né? Todo o conteúdo. Falta o livro da Suzy, mas é isso, é prioridade. É o curso, tem todos esses eventos aqui também acontecendo, e aos pouquinhos vai dando check, né, em tudo. Fernanda falou que gostou também. Maravilha, obrigada mais uma vez. Espero vocês aqui amanhã às 14 horas, 2 horas da tarde. E amanhã o bate-papo vai ser comigo. É isso. Vejo vocês, hein? E compartilhem essa live com outras pessoas. Avise os amigos, os colegas de trabalho. E vejo vocês aqui amanhã, combinado? Obrigada. Tchau, tchau.